Here I am at my crazy desk full of tidbits of all kinds of things. I'm going to show you first this little teeny box back here. It is something I did during a ephemera challenge 2023 with 49 dragonflies. We had treats in this situation, and so I ordered a box of chocolate from all kinds of different countries, and each pack of chocolate was wrapped in paper and filed in here like little books, I thought. And so once I ate all the chocolate, of course, I wrapped cardboard inside those pieces of chocolate wrapper and made these little books. Let me put my phone up here. So I made these little books and I sewed plastic in here. So I have little plastic envelopes, pages, to put all these stamps in. And they actually fold out so I can put more in there. Then I started doing different categories so it'd be easier to find. I didn't put them by color, I put them by fish or people, buildings, earth, animals, and plants. And it's come in handy because I don't use stamps all the time, but when I do, I want to just be able to grab one. And so I have them in a little book collection right there. And then I decorated the box, adding stamps to the box. So that became a really nice little handy filing system. Tiny, it fits on my desk. And what I'm going to show you today is an altered book. And I've taken this really large Art of Bird illustration book and tore out some of the pages. And then the others I altered into pockets. Some of the pictures I glued on the book itself. I really like ravens. Let's see if I can get this a little more even. Anyway, I like ravens, so I've added a lot of ravens in as decorative parts of the pages. And like this page I cut off, then glued it and added an edge to it. And then this was a flap I just added here. So there's all kinds of pockets, and then I have them listed as different areas because I do a lot of artwork and illustrations, and I'm working on some different projects for, well, just different projects I'm working on. So this is the town I live in, Rockbridge County in Lexington, and so I draw pictures while I'm on the river, Maury River, the Chessie Trail, and Boxerwood, which will be a big project I'm going to do for them eventually. And so each page has different kind of drawings. This is the city brick. This is one I didn't color in. These pockets are somewhat empty here. Here's a little edge here. I used some of the collage masterboard and just made a slip pocket. Didn't really want to cover up the owl completely. There's some more little pockets here. And I can just add the drawings for that part of the river. So all of these, not all of them have pockets. And this is up for the river. So I left pages blank because I thought they were so pretty. I didn't want to totally cover them up. This one I cut and added to this, like made it a scene. So there's pockets here. And, whoops, I thought that was a pocket. Guess not. Here's a pocket. some collage on here. This is a pocket, and I reinforced it with a little bit of cardstock. So when I get drawing more pictures on the river, I'll just add to this. Then these are for Chessie Trail, which is a hiking trail along the river. This is a little brochure they have about the river. And there's a slide pocket here and a slide pocket there. So I just cut out the bird and glued it to make it a pocket. So there's lots of pockets, plenty of pockets. And this one's then boxerwood, so I've been drawing it's a plant, kind of a sanctuary. Boxerwood Gardens, started by Mr. Munger. And he's got varieties of plants from all over the world, which eventually they found out some of them are invasive. So, but they've got wonderful music there in the evenings, and it's just a sweet little place. And I've drawn all kinds of pictures to add to it. There's somebody made a wooden xylophone. So this one I made a little slip pocket right there and another pocket there. Adding some Zentangles in this. This little bird I left as a little slide pocket to just slip that in. And then there's another pocket right there. So being a bird book, it really made it a fun thing to add. There's drawings at the park. There's a big redwood tree there, a dawn redwood tree. And they've got a frog pond. I've drawn pictures of the frog pond, a children's play area that is absolutely adorable. And local people do artwork and leave it at the, like these are two big wooden stumps cut out and somebody painted eyes on them. Then of course there's lots of birds, lady slippers, cardinal. This is a wood fairy house that you can actually go inside in one of the areas. The creek that has a boat at it for the kids to play in a mud kitchen. That's really a cute place. And there's some iron statues. That's probably about 30 feet tall or 20 feet tall. Yeah, 30. This is the kids' place. There's a fossil area where they've buried bones and the kids dig there. This is the turtle pond. They've got a bridge out over it, rustic kind of bridge. So I've just added all kinds of drawings and dried plants. Spiders, that's another one of the bridge down near the swamp. This was the kids' area. It's really a cute mud kitchen, and they've got sink and water and all kinds of pots and pans, and they got a menu set up. And one day one of the kids was just like, yeah, I'll make you a mud pie. And I'm like, how much is it? And it's just adorable. They had fun making stuff. And here is another little wetland walk. So that's this book. And then I have another one. This one, I took all the insides of the book, signatures, complete signatures, I took them out and removed some of them and saved the ones I thought were really cool. And then I put it in a recycled blue jean cover. So I made this cover and painted on the blue jeans and added a blue jean dragonfly on it. And this is kind of started to be one of my favorites because I can really fill it up. I've been drawing these pictures for a couple years, using quite a few as I go along, but I restock it. So this, and I got the tags on the side. This is a tree coloring book that I'm working on. This is about the grandmother tree. This is about the grandmother tree too, but it's specifically a color book. And then this is about my farm, the Dreaming Tree Farm. So I have a 4 to 500 year old chinkapin oak tree on my property. So it definitely is going to be featured for my art camp retreat. So I've got all kinds of pictures of the tree, vultures that came one day, the footprint of the tree, and then I'll make it into a little, it's going to be a small color book. It's not going to be big. It's probably going to be about this size, I think. So that's a picture of the tree. Here is a hummingbird with the tree in the background. These are the leaves. So I've made these pockets and used the book, and then I used other paper here and here, you know, store-bought paper. Here's some birds that fly into the tree, the ravens. And then on some of these pages, I used, this is not it, but there's some pockets here. This was in the book. These are added pages. I'm looking for the page. So I haven't filled this up, of course. This is just various color book ideas that I'll be putting in there. And then this is colored pictures that I'll put in my junk journals that I sell. And they're pictures of around the tree. This one was late at night. And these are gel print leaves that I've made tags out of. And this is like a Zentangle with the footprint of the tree and acorns and leaves. This is the leaves early in the spring. And this is the spring house at the back. I want to build this well. There's no well there right now, but I want to put a well in. Here's some more pictures. Just different trees around the property. Another footprint tree. Zentangle. And in May, I try not to mow, letting all the wildflowers try to take hold. So, pockets everywhere. This is the creek in front of my house. Nice little pocket there. So, I'm trying to find the pages that had wallpaper. That was not a good thing to use. I can't seem to find any. It's here somewhere. This is wallpaper. So the glue will not stick to wallpaper, so I ended up having to staple it to keep it in there. And then these are things from the farm itself. Snow picture. The bamboo trees and the bamboo forest at the back of the property. Oh, the migrating birds coming over. That's pretty cool. Another sketch of the creek. So this was this is wallpaper book. I had to end up stapling it because it was not gonna. This is also wallpaper, and this is wallpaper. So that's how that book turned out. I've got plenty of pockets yet to fill. And let's see, let me get another one. Let's do my Raven book. This one was pretty old. The paper was pretty porous, and it's a heavier, almost construction paper quality. It's not a real good quality book. And so I've decorated it with gel prints, and I've got tabs on it for ravens, assorted birds, and then big raven tags that I make. So these are all just drawings of ravens that I've added to here, and I put quotes on some of the things. This is not typewriter. That's a Zentangle. Oh, I like this one. Swallowtail butterfly. So don't kill the worms. Not all worms are bad, for sure. Oh, and here's another one of the quotes. I like that one a lot. Yeah, I like these. I've got some little bedangles, jewels glued on. And this is oxide spray ink and a stamp, script stamp, and then I drew my raven on there. Here's a raven getting the peanuts that I left. They're coming now. When I call them and say peanut, they are there within 5 minutes. They come and grab the peanuts. And I've got 2 that's been pretty regular for a couple years, so they're getting friendlier. I'm hoping they'll come closer and closer. And here's a couple ravens. So then I've got the assorted birds, and this is where I've got a lot of my chickens. Chicken drawings here. Some cute ones. And that was just a squash ink, and then created a bird out of the ink squash. And there's another little chicken. And that one hasn't been drawn on yet, colored in. And this is one of the bigger tags. That was just a cutout bird with a quote on it and some feathers, wood feathers glued on. Oh, and this was a tag that I cut out birds and put on it. Oh. Cute ones, funny ones. These are scrap gel print papers left over when I cleaned my brayer. And I saved them, and then I just drew on it a Zentangle around the edge and added this stencil area in here and added the crow, or raven. And these are tags. These are bigger tags. I hadn't figured out what I'm actually going to do with them yet. Maybe given in Happy Mail. When I sell a journal, I like to add extra things to it. So there's layers and layers on here. This is a vintage book, a 1882 ledger that I have, and I've been using quite a few of the pages in it. And then this is a color book that I added, and a stamp and some spray oxide, and then my drawing. And I think this is charcoal. A little bit of collaging going on there. Some more collaging, some chalk ink, and then splattered with gold. Collage, and it's got gel print and some stamps, some coffee dyed paper. I like this one a lot. I used a stamp for the background for the bricks and rocks, and then added this lantern that I actually have a lantern at the back like this. That's a light post for the fire pit area. And then this is charcoal drawing, and then splattered with white. Oh, and this is on rust paper, rust dyed paper. And that's a raven with a hat and boots on. Kind of like cowboy boots myself. Let's collage some paper on it, and glitter paint on a stencil. This one's pretty. I used this gel print paper and then tore it in a way with wet I wet the paper around the edges so it would really get torn. And then this is a cutout from a seed catalog. And I did do some stenciling with some, what's it called? Paste. So that's about it for the Raven book. Yep, that's it. Last one. Raven with a hat and scarf on. So this was a nice book to have. I like refilling it as I use the pictures. And let's see, what else do I have? I don't think I did this one. Flowers and... Well, I can take it off at the end if I did do it, but I don't think I did. Yeah, I did this other one. So this one is another altered book, and it gets to be a gator mouth. And so I didn't make it quite large enough. That's when I used that blue jean one to make it bigger where I could add. So then I've got it tagged with flowers, insects, and dragonflies. And so I've been adding a lot of flower drawings in here. I won't show all of them to you, but I've added a lot of rhinestones to this collection. Plants from the garden, tomatillo plants. Oh, and then I fussy cut this one out, watercolor, and it has rhinestones on it too. And some cherries. A George O'Keeffe style. That's a spray oxide ink and a stamp, and then watercolor on top. A bookmark. Nice little morning glory. So all these pockets, I've added smaller spaces so I could put the shorter cards in the front. And I am kind of color coordinating each page so that I know where all the red ones are and the pink ones and the purple. I try to put them all together in the orange and yellow. Then these insect ones, these are the fun ones I've been doing, where I've done real insects, but I added big eyes to them, and I added some of the bedangle jewels. So that was a cornworm, and a lightning bug. Butterfly, ladybugs, snails, all kinds of insects. And here's some honeybees, and they've got pollens collected on the back of their leg. And these are just cartoon bugs. I don't know exactly what they are. So I added some artwork and places in here to little pockets to snug things in. So I have a butterfly and a moth, some more butterflies, a bookmark with stamped butterflies, and that's just a gel page that I used for cleaning my brayer off. A big old butterfly. Some more insects. Some lightning bugs. This one's lightning bugs, and a cartoon chickens down below, and a cartoon dragonfly. I like this one. It's a butterfly. And then there's spiders. The big garden spiders. Some more bees. A lot of bedangles on these. And, yep, some more. Oh, these are roly-polies. So I have a roly-poly up here. Then, of course, would roll right off the leaf. A butterfly. Then we got the dragonflies. And I have some that are like a Zentangle. More Zentangles. I like this style with the oxide ink and the stamp combination things. This is a little bit of a Zentangle that you write as you do the swirls around. Some more dragonflies with stamps and oxide spray. Watercolor, all of them are watercolor basically. Another Zentangle. I like this one. This is the lock on my sliding doors. My house was built in 1756, and it was added on into the 1860s and 1920s, from what I understand. So this lock is more like a 1920s. It was a hidden slide doors, and somebody had boxed them in, so you didn't even know they were there. And when I took off the framing, there was the door. Sliding doors. With the key in it. That's kind of a Zentangle, but it's not. So this one's full of all kinds of dragonflies. I like these dragonflies a lot. With the circles, and there's some more of them. And then I have the wings coming apart and chips of it flying off. And then I like doing a series of wings from different insects. Here's some with different, a zebra long wing, a Julia, a painted lady, and a swallowtail. Samples of wings. It's not very often you actually find a wing. That's just a specimen card with a leaf in it. And there's this Zentangle that's flying apart. Or not a Zentangle, a dragonfly. Here's a nice dragonfly. I like this one. So this book was full of dragonflies, and of course here's my brick that I like doing. I just think that is so cool. So that's the local haunts. Nope, I don't know why I wrote local haunts on there, but it's definitely local insects and such. So that's it for my collection of books. Yeah, I think I got all of them. I don't think I did this one, but we're going to pass on it. It's got the pockets and the tags. My business cards that I'll add to clothing when I make clothing. Maps and tickets. More Zentangles. Bamboo drawings. And the Zentangles. Yep, so that's how I collect my books, and sometimes I decorate a little bit more on them, and oh, this goes through here. That's it. I got, what, 5 of these books filled with drawings.